So, Michael, it's so good to see you.
Great to see you as well, Lyndon. How are you?
Awesome. I appreciate you taking some time to talk with me today. So,
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
tell me a little bit about what's going on with you. I love hearing success stories.
Absolutely. First thing I want to say is thank you so much for all the time you spent with me and for the great advice. And I'm very happy with the way the things panned out. I think we met well over a year and a half ago at the beginning of the pandemic when I had just started a brand new position in my industry of audiovisual integration services. And a month later, I was laid off because the company had to freeze their business and their finances because their customer base went away. Um, and I was in a predicament. Fortunately, they were able to help me for about 8 weeks with the PPP, but then after that, I really had to, find a coach, a personal coach, as well as somebody to help me, in my job search. Considering that I am not a spring chicken, so to speak. You can tell by the gray in the hair here. I really wanted to find somebody who could help me through the age of ageism, if you will. So it was a perfect fit when I met you and I heard you in a group meeting with a number of other unemployed people, and it was really a fantastic time for me to reach out to someone to help me in my new search. I hadn't been unemployed in years, and so it's a new world, right? It's a new normal, so to speak. And you were able to help me leverage the knowledge that I had about the technology, since I am a technology expert, to be able to leverage that and use that to show my value even more than my whatever my experience or over experience or over qualifications for the new younger generation of salespeople in my industry. So over the period of the past, I think the first 6 months, I couldn't find anything in my industry because most of the industry is dried up. The events industry stopped. The corporate, companies who are putting in audiovisual equipment froze their spending. Higher education, government, everything was really frozen. So I had to step outside of my comfort zone. I spoke with you about, what I wanted to do. You said, look, take anything right now. That's one of the things I learned from you is there's such thing as an interim gig. You have a special name for it. What is that? I can't recall.
Well, bridge job or
Bridge job, right. So I took this bridge job for a quarter of the income I was usually making. And I was an independent contractor. That contract came to a close in recent months. And we had spoken about um, I think about a month or two ago when we knew that was going to happen. And you gave me some great advice. You said, Michael, forget all the job boards, forget all the, application tracking systems and playing that game. Go with your strengths, reach out to people in your network, talk to people that you know, and just believe in yourself and know that you have a history of success and that success can carry you forward. And so it really gave me, what your advice really gave me confidence. It gave me a boost of faith, and it empowered me to really, have confidence in myself and to use my experience and my resume, speak for itself and not trying to sell myself through, a million and one portals online. Really use the strengths and the tools that I have and have gained in my network and use the network. And I have found that was the most valuable advice that I could have received because networking is the key to anything, especially now that we live in a virtual world. So I was open. I became an open vessel for any kind of opportunity that presented itself, whether it was in my industry or not, which is another thing that you suggested. Don't put yourself in a box. be open to finding something that can relate to what you're doing, or maybe even has a little bit of a smidgen of your abilities in your industry and technology. And that's exactly what happened. I was networking online. I found this opportunity, and I jumped at it, and it worked out well. It's a dream job for me, and I couldn't thank you more for getting me the highest, helping me have confidence, get the highest dollar amount that I've ever had in my sales career, which is, again, is a long road. So thank you.
You are so welcome. And you know what was great? You did the work. So you were a great student.
That's the other thing, is that you said, Michael, you've done the work, you have the ability and the talent. Now just let it shine, and that's, and I was losing faith there, boy. I really was. Cause people ghost you, they're like, oh yeah, rah, rah, rah. You're going to go to the next stage, and they disappear. And that was happening for months at a time, until, and you said, "Oh, keep the faith. Somebody's going to see what you're made of and what your value is." And that's exactly what happened.
So congratulations. I am so delighted for you. Thank you for sharing that with me. I love success stories, as I said.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just wanted to say to anybody out there who's watching this, looking at your website or any of your video feeds, that Lyndon is an awesome coach. She's very positive. She'll help you with your confidence, and she'll help you build a plan to be successful. That's the most important thing, is that you need a roadmap. And that's one of the things that you help me with, Lyndon. So thank you again.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. All right.